Hello, amazing people, and a huge, warm welcome to today's video. It is an absolute joy to have you here. Before we dive into this literally cool topic, I want to take a genuine moment to send my very best wishes to you and your loved ones. Wherever you are in the world, I truly hope you are feeling strong, healthy, and full of positive energy. Now let's get ready for an adventure to a place where you can do something that sounds like it's straight out of a fantasy novel. Swim between two continents. Imagine putting on a dry suit, slipping into water so clear it feels like you're floating in air, and gliding through a narrow canyon. To your left is the North American tectonic plate, a massive slab of rock that forms the continent of North America. To your right is the Eurasian tectonic plate, an equally massive slab of rock that forms the continents of Europe and Asia. And right there in the middle is you. This isn't a metaphor or a clever trick. It is a real, physical experience you can have in one of the most geologically active and stunningly beautiful places on Earth, Iceland. More specifically, in a place called Silfra Fissure, located in Þingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This park is steeped in history, as it was the original site of the Icelandic Parliament, the Althing, established over 1,000 years ago. But beneath the surface of its clear water lies an even older and more powerful story, the story of our planet itself, constantly shifting, moving, and reshaping itself. The ability to swim or snorkel in the gap between these two continents is a testament to the incredible forces that have been at work for millions of years and continue to work today. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that combines adventure, natural beauty, and a profound sense of connection to the Earth in a way that is almost impossible to find anywhere else. To understand how this is possible, we need to take a little journey into geology, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple and fascinating. The entire surface of our planet is not one solid shell. It's broken up into huge pieces called tectonic plates. Think of them like giant, rocky puzzle pieces that are constantly, slowly moving. They float on top of the Earth's hotter, softer mantle. In some places, these plates crash into each other, forming massive mountain ranges like the Himalayas. In other places, they slide past each other, causing earthquakes, like along the San Andreas Fault in California. And in a few special places, they are pulling apart or diverging. This is what is happening in Iceland. Iceland is located directly on top of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which is an enormous underwater mountain range that runs right down the center of the Atlantic Ocean. This ridge is the boundary where the North American plate and the Eurasian plate are slowly moving away from each other at a rate of about 2 centimeters per year, which is roughly the same speed your fingernails grow. As the plates pull apart, magma from deep within the Earth rises up to fill the gap, creating new land. This process is called seafloor spreading, and it's the engine that has built Iceland from the bottom of the ocean over millions of years. Þingvellir National Park sits in a valley called a rift valley, which is the visible evidence on land of this pulling apart. The entire park is essentially a giant tear in the Earth's crust. The Silfra Fissure is a deep crack within this valley that is filled with the most unbelievably clear, fresh water. So, when you are swimming in Silfra, you are literally swimming in the space between two continents that are actively moving apart. You are touching two different worlds at once. Now, the water itself is a huge part of the magic of this experience. This isn't ocean water or water from a typical river. The water in Silfra is glacial meltwater from the Langjökull glacier, which is the second largest ice cap in Iceland. But this water takes a very long and special journey. When the ice from the glacier melts, it filters through porous underground lava fields for a distance of about 50 kilometers, which is over 30 miles. This journey can take anywhere from 30 to 100 years. As the water slowly percolates through this layer of volcanic rock, It undergoes a natural filtration process that is incredibly effective. The volcanic rock acts like a multi-stage filter, removing all the sediment, dirt, and impurities from the water. By the time it finally emerges from the underground springs and fills the Silfra Fissure, it is some of the purest, clearest water on the planet. The visibility underwater is often over 100 meters, which is more than the length of a football field. This is what creates that surreal sensation of flying, because you can see infinitely down into the depths and far ahead of you through the canyon. The water is also incredibly cold, hovering right around 2 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, or 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 39 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. This is why you must wear a dry suit for the swim. A dry suit seals tightly around your neck, wrists, and ankles, trapping a layer of air and your insulating clothes inside, keeping you completely dry and surprisingly warm despite the freezing water. You'll also wear a hood, gloves, and boots. It's a bit bulky and awkward to walk in, but once you're in the water, you'll be grateful for every bit of it. The cold temperature is also part of the reason the water is so stunningly clear. It's too cold for most algae or plankton to grow, which are the organisms that usually cloud freshwater. The experience of the swim itself is peaceful, awe-inspiring, and otherworldly. You're guided in small groups for safety. After getting suited up and receiving a thorough briefing, you walk down a path to the entry platform at the head of the fissure. The water is a shocking, brilliant shade of blue, a color that seems almost artificial, it's so vibrant. This color comes from the way light filters through the incredibly pure water and reflects off the white silica sand on the bottom. You step into the water, and an immediate chill might hit any exposed skin on your face, but the dry suit does its job perfectly. You float on the surface, put your face in the water, and the world transforms. The clarity is absolutely mind-bending. You can see every detail of the volcanic rock walls on either side of you, which are covered in beautiful, fuzzy green algae called troll's hair that sways gently in the current. You look down and can see straight to the bottom, which in some places is over 40 meters deep. You are gently pulled along by a very mild current, so you hardly need to swim at all. You can mostly just drift, using your hands to guide yourself slowly forward. The fissure is narrow in some parts and opens up into wider areas in others. The entire route is about 300 meters long, and you spend about 30 to 40 minutes in the water, but it feels timeless. You can hear the sound of your own breath through the snorkel, which just adds to the meditative, almost spiritual quality of the experience. You are encouraged to reach out and touch both sides of the canyon, the North American plate with one hand and the Eurasian plate with the other. It's a powerful, almost symbolic gesture that connects you to the deep time and immense forces of the planet. Underwater photographers often say that Silfra is a dream to shoot in because of the clarity. The photos look like they've been taken in a giant aquarium or edited to perfection, but that's just how it naturally is. This swim is more than just a cool tourist activity. It is a powerful reminder of the dynamic world we live on. We often think of the ground beneath our feet as solid, permanent, and unchanging. But Iceland, and Silfra in particular, shows us that this is an illusion. The Earth is alive, breathing, and moving on a scale that is both grand and, in this unique place, personally accessible. It connects us to the processes that built our world and continue to shape it. It's also a testament to the unique beauty of Iceland itself, a country of fire and ice, where volcanoes and glaciers work together to create landscapes that are found nowhere else. The purity of the water is also a reminder of the importance of protecting our natural environment. This level of clarity and cleanliness is a rare and precious gift. After your swim, you get to enjoy a warm drink, often some hot chocolate, which tastes like the best thing you've ever had, and you get to process the incredible experience you just had. You didn't just go for a swim. You floated between continents, you touched two worlds, and you witnessed the hidden, underwater beauty of a planet that is constantly, slowly, remaking itself. It is an adventure that engages all your senses and leaves you with a memory of absolute wonder and a profound new perspective on your place in the world. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey to the rift between continents. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.